दमयतामस्मि नीति अस्मि जिगीत्सताम् मौनं चैवास्मि गुह्यानां ज्ञानं ज्ञानवतामहम्. Among punishment I am the rod of chastisement, among those who seek victory I am morality, of secret things I am silence, out of the wise I am wisdom. So there are 4 things now to consider. It is said, spare the rod, spoil the child. But Prabhupada said, we should never hit the child. We can show the rod. We should never hit. That is the guidelines Prabhupada gave for Gurukul. I said, you can sometimes show, I will going to hit you. But don't touch. You can just express. But generally, yes, in the normal course of activities in the material world, sometimes punishment is needed. We have an opportunity. Either we hear the good counsel and correct ourselves, or we have to face severe punishment from the material nature. Now we have Lord Chaitanya message. Very smilingly Lord Chaitanya has told the message, very simple message. We accept the message and go back to Krishna, or remain in the material world and get hit by the rod of chastisement. Krishna is not going to leave us. Correct? If we do not make it back to Godhead, Krishna will not going to leave us. But then, for correcting us, sometimes severe rods of chastisement may be needed. And what is the rod of chastisement anyway? Birth, old age, disease, death, and anyway the rod of chastisement. And others, so many extras are there to give us so much suffering in this world. So these things are there anyway. So we should consider, why not accept the good counsel of the Lord, which is recommended by the Acharyas, which has been proven to be effective in our own life. As we accepted Krishna consciousness, we seeing it is so sweet, it is so pleasurable, correct? But then it is very difficult to fight against the lower modes. But what is very easy is to add. Anybody can easily add. You can add Mangalarti to your life. You can add 16 rounds to our life. We can add reading Prabhupada books as a discipline to our life, at least 1 hour a day. We can add things. And then it is very easy to fight against the material nature. But you cannot say, I'll fight against the material nature. That is not possible. But you can always, what you can do is you can add. You cannot remove from your system. In Kali Yuga, it's very difficult to remove weaknesses from the system. But it is very easy to add Krishna consciousness. So as we incorporate more and more elements of Krishna consciousness in our life, we will see it becomes very easy. The process of Krishna consciousness is actually extremely simple. So therefore, we don't have to see the rod. And finally, who holds a rod of death? Yamaraj, Yamadanda. Brahma also has a danda called Brahma Danda. Yamadanda we hear. So many chastisement. In fact, practically all the devatas have some weapon for chastisement. Indra has the thunderbolt, correct? Something every devata has. And Vishnu also has what? Sudarshan Chakra and Gada. Chastisement of miscreants is always there. So, but we avoid to see the punishment and get reformed in a hard way. Why not voluntarily accept the teachings of Krishna and reform ourselves in a very sweet way? This will be much better. This is the first part. Okay, chastisement. What is the next part? Next part is morality. Among what? What is the second line? Among victory and morality. Yeah, that's why people sit and watch a movie. Why they sit and watch a movie? No, apart from whole movies roam around a girl or a boy, they have nothing better to do. They will try to show something that trying to win over morality wins. Satyameva Jayate. That is the slogan, I think, of the court also in India. Satyameva Jayate. Truth always wins. That's morality. So morality will always be a winning factor. That's another way. That's why we take the example of Lord Rama, and when his wife was kidnapped, finally when it destroyed. So truth wins. Mahabharata also we see the example wins. But why is it even Krishna support always the devatas? And particularly for devotees, Krishna has declared in the Bhagavad Gita, Kaunteha pratijanihi name bhakta pranashati. Arjuna, go and declare. What do you declare? My devotee will not perish. So this is victory. And always good to always focus on Krishna's lotus feet. A devotee does not depend on anything else. It just depends on mercy of Krishna and is always successful. Okay? So that is supreme morality. Mundane morality also, yes, Krishna always favors. Finally, at the ultimate end, truth wins even in the mundane world. But we are not after the mundane truth, and we are not after the mundane morality of the world. We are after Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness is transcendental. Mundane morality is papa punya. The villain is always doing papa and hero is doing punya. Correct? Hero will see a child, he will protect a child, give him this thing, he'll hold the child, and heroine will look at him like that. You have seen that? Something they will show always. They will build the character of the hero. He is doing punya. Sometimes even that is not there. And the villain is doing papa. So punya wins over papa. Devatas win over Danavas. They picturize villain as Danavas and hero as Devatas, and he wins. Even then they are not Devatas, because Devata is always a devotee of the Lord. They are not devotees, they are atheists. All are atheists. So, but we are after absolute truth. We are not after the mundane morality of the world. We are after absolute truth. And therefore our position is transcendental. And Krishna personally protects the devotees. When you engage in devotion service of the Lord, devotee gets so much peace and happiness, because he knows he has come under or is seeking the protection of the Lord. Okay? Mundane world, what happens? Somebody is very honest and somebody is dishonest, and this fight happens. Correct? He wants to serve my country. All this kind of moralities go on in this world, and people take great pleasure in discussing them. Therefore, we have to test whether we become a devotee. Devotee not interested in all this rubbish, because he knows without Krishna consciousness everything is uninteresting. Bhagavad bhakti hinasya jati shastram tapaskriya apranasya dehasya mandalam loka ranjana. If something, any content is not having Bhagavad bhakti and you are interested, that means you are not in Krishna consciousness. There is an example given. Did you remember? I told you there are 4 kinds of dharma. What are there? Anybody remember? There is Upadharma, there is Kaitava Dharma, Dharma, Bhas. There are so many, 4 or 5 varieties of dharma. And if you are attracted to them, you do not know Para Dharma. There is one is Para Dharma. What is Para Dharma? You are trying to do activities or something which you are not psychophysically suitable for. That is called Para Dharma. We should not do that. Because one man food is other man poison. Do something whereas psychophysically I can do that. Be peaceful and happy. The next is Upadharma, which is sub-religious principle, like be nice, be kind, don't hurt other people. This is Upadharma, nothing to do with real religious principle. Then there is Kaitava Dharma, cheating religious principle. Chala Dharma. Kaitava means, you can take some example of Kaitava Dharma. Kaitava Dharma basically means just like people go to temple, my Lord, I give you this old money donation, give me new money. Basically, you are doing business. Kaitava Dharma means you are asking the Lord for some material facility. Correct? There is no love in it. You are treating the Lord as an order supplier. So it is not pure. That is Kaitava. Then there is Chala Dharma. Chala Dharma we say like Buddhism. Lord Buddha never told he is God. But then Buddhists worship him, and you know he is Vishnu. So indirectly cheated them to worship him. That is called Chala Dharma. So how many kind of dharmas I told you? Para Dharma, then Upadharma, Kaitava Dharma, Chala Dharma. But what we are practicing is Paro Dharma. Savai Pumsa Paro Dharma Yata Bhakti Adokshaja Savai Pumsa. Paro means topmost, transcendental dharma, which gives the pleasure of Krishna consciousness to the heart. So presently, being entangled in this world, all the communication of the word that is happening, that is actually one of these 4 dharmas. Something they are talking. They are talking about Para Dharma, they are talking about Kaitava Dharma, they are talking about Upadharma, and they are talking about Chala Dharma, Kaitava Dharma, like that. They're completely engrossed in that. What the Facebook they discuss, what they discuss in WhatsApp, what the social media they discussion is only to this level. So as devotees, we should taste Paro Dharma. Therefore, I request that everybody should keep 1 hour for reading Prabhupada books. 1 hour you forget this world and you taste the spiritual world. And once you start tasting the spiritual message, you will be able to see the cheating in all this lower dharmas. Correct? Something we are talking, no? Any content will have some substance. What is the substance? See, he did that, and then you're seeing, oh, what happened? He got punished, no? Yes. You are seeing lower dharmas. What we are actually being given in the teachings of the parampara, in the teachings of the shastra and acharyas, is what? Paro Dharma. Savai Pumsa Paro Dharma. Yata Bhakti Adhokshaje, which gives devotion to the Lord. So what do you know? How do you discriminate this Paro Dharma or not Dharma? Is it giving devotion to the Lord? Lord is not discussed only. They're playing cricket match. He's hitting ball there, and you're watching that. So which dharma you are in? Upadharma, not even Upadharma. Waste dharma. But Paro Dharma, once you have tasted, correct? What is the benefit of Paro Dharma? Bhakti Adhokshaje, which gives you devotion to the Supreme Lord. So why I should go after Paro Dharma? Ahetuki. It is so sweet. It is causeless. Apratihata. Without any break. Correct? They'll watch a cricket match. India loses the cricket match. They'll decide from tomorrow I'll not watch this match. Then after a few days again back. Savai Pumsa Paro de Ahetuki. Because devotion to the Lord is not like this temporary bhoga tyaga, bhoga tyaga, bhoga tyaga. Normal world, we are all pursuing enjoyment, but we undergo bhoga and tyaga. We enjoy, we get frustrated, then we come back to tyaga. We don't want it. We decide we will not get into that. Next day I am not going to get into any material affairs. But again we come to enjoy it. It looks fresh. Material energy is so clever. Even though you get frustrated in enjoying the material energy, it will package it and bring you to a new dress every day. Very attractive, very nice. And then again you get frustrated, again you get tyaga. No, I'm not going to indulge. Again it will bring you back. Correct? Material world, what you're saying is bhoga, tyaga. Bhoga, tyaga. Correct? You watch a cricket match, you get bored. I'm not going to watch again. Not again. Okay, I promise. The students were telling me in the hostel, the boys particularly, now I was sad to hear girls also drink, but boys particularly drink and they vomit. And when they're vomiting, they're having bad health. They say, "मैं वायदा करता हूँ, मैं कभी नहीं पीऊँगा again." And same night he drinks again. So it moves between bhoga tyaga. Okay? Because any material enjoyment is frustrating actually. That's why it is called punaha punah charvita charvanana. So what do you do? How do you come out of this punah punah charvita charvanana? Is you use a trick Prabhupada used in America. He never, when he landed up, told any negative things to people. He only told positive things. Chant Hare Krishna with me. And they were enjoying the Kirtan of Prabhupada in the morning and evening. They were hearing Krishna Katha and they were reading Prabhupada books and doing some devotion service. That's how they began in America. And much later, Prabhupada, one day, there was one person who went to Prabhupada's room. Prabhupada had a hall. I think we should also, Krishna's grace, have that kind of facility. Have a big hall. You don't need a house actually. Have a big hall. And nearby, Prabhupada actually shows us how to have a rented preaching. House, you can never get a big hall. Actually, you're suffering because we don't have a big hall. Correct? Have a big hall. You can rent some warehouse or something. A big hall. And live in a nearby small place. That's what Prabhupada did. He's more intelligent than us. We didn't get this intelligence to this day. Prabhupada had that intelligence the first day. He took a hall and he lived in a small room nearby. Correct? And that hall was some garage, some big garage. That's okay. Next it was a big shop. That's okay. And in fact the name of the shop was Matchless Gift. It was a shop. It was not a house. And we are so Buddhu, we want a house for preaching. How do you possible? House looks from outside also a house. Correct? You reflect on Prabhupada by every act has taught so many things. Okay. The next what happens is that so these people are living in the hall. There was maybe attached bathroom. Some people are just lying down there. And morning, evening there were kirtan and they used to attend those kirtans. And Prabhupada used to give them wonderful prasadam. In fact, he was famous. He used to have a big jar of gulab jamuns there. So people used to come anytime they can pop a gulab jamun. And for Americans who are used to practically not properly used to good cooked food, correct? Today also they used to pastries and all, cakes, pizza. They do not know what is good cooked food. This was mind boggling. They used to tell Prabhupada, in dream also we're not eaten like this, the kind of food you give. They never ate in their life. In fact, the gulab jamuns used to be called ISKCON bullets. Like anybody used to take it, used to become a, yes, very nice. Krishna consciousness is very nice. Okay. So then next what happened, this was the label of Srila this thing. So one day one of the people who came behind Prabhupada, somebody used to come behind and feel very privileged. Prabhupada used to go to his room after the program. They used to come take his cane or something behind and feel very privileged. Prabhupada was very aristocratic, he used to maintain very dignified presence. That was natural for him. And so one of them asked, Swamiji, are there any rules of this club? So Prabhupada that day, he wanted them to ask. He was waiting. So Prabhupada said, okay, now you are ready for any rules. Then he introduced the rules. You understand this point? We should be very careful when you introduce something. Then the rules are introduced, the regulated principle. In the beginning, Harinama. Okay? So mind also you should treat like that. In the beginning, what do you do? Give a lot of Harinama, lot of chanting, lot of reading. Automatically, rules and regulations become very easy to follow. If you don't have strength, then you cannot follow. Then what are the next thing it says? So morality. So we are after absolute morality. We are not after mundane morality. And what are the first one? The among punishment or the rod of chastisement. Sometime danda should be used. Particularly for a Kshatriya, you should be ready with the rod if things go out of control. Next, what is the third one? Yeah. In fact, as a devotee, if you can follow this, Prabhupada says something very interesting in a line. You can make quick progress by silence. Gravity. Bhishma also says gravity comes from maintaining silence. And what does the silence mean? We should become mourn. What does the silence actually mean? Speak only about Krishna consciousness. Grama Katana Shunive. We should not be interested to hear Gramya Katha. Then you save so much time. Save so much time. At least first you put Krishna Katha in your system as compulsory. Then automatically Gramya Katha will slowly come out. You introduce, you cannot remove. You are very much eager to hear what neighbor did, what he did, what that politician did, what that film star did, what the sportsman said. We are very eager to hear. We are not eager to hear what Krishna said. And the first qualification to go to spiritual world is eagerness to hear about Krishna. So you have to develop. You should see the taste is developing. And if you are developing the taste, you are advancing. That is silence. You know, you go somewhere, somebody says, you know what happened? This happened and this happened. Okay. Silence. Don't get excited about it. Take it. And get along with your Krishna conscious affairs. Save time. Prabhupada says save time from all directions and keep pouring in if you want to advance in spiritual life. Save time from unnecessarily things and keep pouring in. Keep pouring means keep chanting, keep hearing kirtan. And then, see, this Krishna conscious process is a mystic process. By logic, you cannot go far much in it, because it's a transcendental process. By logic, you can know what it is not. Krishna consciousness is not Chala Dharma, it is not Paro Dharma, it is not Kaitava Dharma, and it is not Upadharma. But what Paro Dharma is, Savai Pumsa Paro Dharma Yata Bhakti Yadokshade Ahaituki Apratihata, without any break, without any cause, Yayatma Suprasid. It gives tremendous pleasure to the soul. What it is you cannot know unless you give up the lower dharmas. Srila Prabhupada ki, Bhagavad Gita ki.